हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम इन विश्वेश्वरैया अभियांत्रिकी पदविका महाविद्यालय Almala. My name is Professor Halnure KM as a lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering. And today we study about the subject of basic surveying as per MSBT I scheme syllabus. So today we start the first topic of the basic surveying. In the previous lecture, we study about the number of topics available in the basic surveying and their contents of each topic. And today's lecture, we continue the first topic of the basic surveying subject, that is the overview and classification of survey. So here, the chapter 1, overview and classification of survey. This is the first topic of the basic surveying subject, and we see the contents. There are the 7 contents we already saw in the previous lecture, but we continue. The first content of the first chapter is definitions. Second content, the purpose of surveying. Third content, the uses of surveying. Fourth content, general principle of surveying. Fifth content, classification of surveying. Sixth content, difference between plain surveying and geodetic surveying. And last content, 7th, scales. These are the 7 contents we study in the chapter 1, overview and classification of survey. And continue, we study these 7 contents briefly one by one. Okay, so there is a safety instruction: sneeze or cough, cover your nose and mouth with a tissue or use your elbow. This is the safety precautions. And we start the first content of the chapter 1, definitions. The first content of the first topic, overview and classification of survey, is definitions. So definition means definition of the surveying. What is the definition of the surveying? So we see surveying is the art of determining the relative positions of different objects on the surface of the earth by measuring the horizontal distance between them and by preparing a map to any suitable scale. It's called as surveying. This is the main definition of the surveying. It means surveying is the art to calculate the position of any object on the surface of the earth by measuring horizontal distance between the object and the station point. And after measuring the distance, we plot or prepare or make the map with a suitable scale. It's called as surveying. This is the definition of surveying and the first content definition. And the next content, second number, is the purpose of surveying. What are the purpose of surveying? Why you use surveying in the engineering field? So there are 4 purposes. The first purpose is the purpose of surveying is to prepare a map to show the relative position of the object on the surface of the earth. The first purpose of the surveying is to locate the position of any object on the earth's surface. For example, any building, church, temple, etc. Any object on the earth's surface, any type of object on the earth's surface, we locate their position on the earth's surface by using surveying. This is the first purpose. Then the second purpose is the map is drawn to some suitable scale. When we measure the distance between the object and the station point, on the basis of the distance, we draw a map with a suitable scale. We convert the scale on the ground to the drawing sheet. This is the second purpose. Then the third purpose is the it shows the natural features of country such as towns, roads, railway, rivers, etc. Surveying is used, or the purpose of the surveying is the to show or to locate the natural features of the country. Okay, that means the any town, roads, railway, rivers, etc. What are the exact position of these towns, of the road, of the river? We locate exact these features by using surveying. This is the third purpose. Then the fourth purpose is the it includes details of the different engineering works such as roads, railway, irrigation canals, etc. It means by using surveying, we locate or calculate the details of the engineering projects. It means engineering projects like roads, railway, bridges, irrigation canals, dam, etc. We locate their exact details by using surveying. These are the four purposes of the surveying and the second content of the chapter first. And here another safety instruction: the clean and disinfect surfaces around your home and work frequently. This is the safety. Then the next content of our first topic is uses of surveying. This is the third content of chapter first, overview and classification of survey. There are 7 uses we see on the screen. So here the first uses of surveying is the to prepare a topographical map. What is mean by topographical map? Topographical map, it shows the hills, valleys, river, village, forest, etc. Natural sources or natural features. Okay, by using surveying, we prepare or make a topographical map. Topographical map shows hill, valley, river, forest, etc. Means natural features. Okay, for this topographical map, we use the surveying. This is the first use. The second use, to prepare a cadastral map. Cadastral map means boundaries of houses and other properties. When we locate the boundaries of our properties or house, we need to prepare a cadastral map, and this cadastral map we prepare by using surveying. So this is the second use of surveying. Then the third use, to prepare an engineering map. What is engineering map? This is the map. It shows the roads, railways, reservoirs, irrigation canals, etc. It means the number of engineering works or engineering projects. For example, roads, railway, reservoir, dam, canal, etc. Many bridges, many engineering works or projects we see. These projects we show on the map. This map is called as engineering map, and this engineering map we prepare by using the surveying. This is the third use. Then the fourth use of surveying is to prepare a military map. Military map means the road and railway communication with different countries, means the boundaries of the country. Okay, this means the road connecting or railway connecting to the one country to another country. It means the road connecting in between the India and the any other second country. These roads and railway is the military map. Okay, and this military map is prepared by using surveying. This is the fourth use. Then the fifth number use of surveying is to prepare contour map. What is contour map? The new topic or a separate topic available in the basic surveying on the contour. This is the fifth topic. But what is the contour map? the capacity of reservoir and find best possible route for road, railway, etc. Contour map means we find out the best possible route by economical, to find best possible route for road, railway, etc. Okay, it makes the road economical. Okay, and for this purpose we make the contour map, or we prepare the contour map, and this contour map we prepare by using surveying. This is the fifth use of the surveying. Then the next use of surveying is to prepare a geological map. Means it shows area including underground resources. Geological map means we calculate the underground resources. Okay, there are many underground resources, and we find out the resources by using geological map. And this geological map is prepared by using uses of surveying. Okay, this is the 6th number uses, and the 7th number use is to prepare an archaeological map. What is mean by archaeological map? It means the places where ancient relics exist. So what is mean by ancient relics exist? In the Marathi, the Prachin Avshesh. Ancient relics means the Prachin Avshesh. We find these ancient relics by using archaeological map, and this map we prepare by using the surveying. These all the seven uses of surveying. Okay, by using surveying we prepare all these maps and so on. Okay, so these are the uses of surveying, and this is the third content of the first topic. Okay, and here the another safety instruction: wear a cloth face covering over your mouth and nose when around others. This is the safety instruction. So our next 4th number content is general principle of surveying. Okay, this is our the 4th content of the topic number 1st, overview and classification of survey, is the general principle of surveying. This is the 4th content. So what is the principle of surveying? Main principle of surveying. So we see the general principles of surveying are given below. There are 2 principles of the surveying. Okay, the first principle is to work from whole to the part, and the second principle is to fix the new station by at least 2 measurements, in bracket linear or angular, from fixed reference points. These are the 2 principles of surveying, the main principles. So we study briefly these 2 principles. Okay, in the first principle, to work from whole to the part. It means the whole area is first enclosed by main stations and main survey lines. It means consider there is area, and this area we closed by main stations and the main survey lines. It means suppose there are the stations 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 4 stations, and we close these 4 stations by the main survey lines. Means these are the main survey lines. Okay, so these are the main survey stations, and these main stations is connected or closed by the main survey lines. These are the main survey lines in between the 2 main stations. Okay, so the first point of the first principle is what? The whole area is first enclosed by main stations and main survey lines. Then the second point of the first principle: the area is divided into number of parts by forming well-conditioned triangles. means this first we close the area by main station and main survey lines. After that we divide this area into number of triangles or well conditional triangles. Okay, then we divide this area in number of triangles by means we divide this area in triangles. Okay, equilateral triangles are well conditional triangles. We divide this area in number of triangles. Okay, then the third point is a nearly equilateral triangle is considered the best well conditioned triangle. Means a well conditioned triangle means the equilateral triangle is called as well conditioned triangle. The whole area is divided in the equilateral triangles. Okay, nearly equilateral triangles. Okay, after this the main survey lines are measured very accurately with a standard chain. Okay, and the main survey lines, these are the main survey lines. This survey lines is measured by the chain. This is the equipments used in surveying, the chain. Okay, so this is the first principle of the surveying. Then the second principle of surveying is to fix the new stations by at least two measurements in bracket linear or angular from fix the reference point. It means the new station should always be fixed by at least two measurements in bracket linear or angular from fix the reference point. It means suppose there are two stations, okay, and we need to locate a third station with reference to these two stations. Okay, we need to locate the third point, station point, by using these two reference point. Okay, so next point, the linear measurements means horizontal distance measured by chain or tape, and we locate this third point by using two reference point by using linear measurements. We locate third point by using linear measurement means we measure the distance between the points and locate this third point by using linear measurements, by using measuring the distance between the points. Okay, then the third point is an angular measurements means magnetic bearing or horizontal angle measured by compass or theodolite. And the second option for locate the third point is the angular measurement. By taking the angular measurements, theta and theta 2, we locate the third point. Okay, there are two methods to locate the third point. First is the linear measurements, means measuring distance, and second is the angular measurement by taking the angles. Okay, and these angles we taking by the instrument, that is the compass or the theodolite. These are the two different instrument for measuring the horizontal angle. Okay, so these are the principles of surveying. Okay, the first is to work from the whole to the part, and the second principle is to fix the new stations by at least two measurements in bracket linear or angular measurements from fix the reference point. So these are the principles of surveying, and this is the fourth content of the chapter first. Okay, in the next lecture we continue the next contents of the first topic. Okay, thank you.